Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm Leanne and this is my weight loss channel if you've not been here before. I first off have got to apologise because it's Thursday morning and I'm totally and utterly overlaid. I'm trying to get ready for work, but I've got an absolute massive day planned, so I know that I'm not going to have a chance later on to record anything. And then because I'm in a major rush, I thought, God, I'm not going to have a chance to record anything this morning. And then that left me in no position whatsoever to do my weighing update, because I think I'm working while probably about 9-10 o'clock tonight. And I'm just struggling. This week is my weigh-in week. I think it is week 99, but I will obviously check that. But I'm sure it is week 99. I had full intention of checking what my weight was last week when I got weighed. Do you know, when I updated? I ain't got bloody time, have I? I just haven't got the time. So, I'm a bit buggered, I'm not going to lie. I've never chucked on makeup so fast in my life, and I'm going to have to do something with my hair because look at the state of that. Like, I washed it yesterday, left it to dry, I've slept in it, and it's just the biggest bouffant ever to be known to man. So I'm going to try very hard to sort it out really fast, because I've got to set off for work. I've not even had a cup of tea yet. I'm going to have to make myself a flask, and that is how much of a rush I'm in, and that I'm completely and utterly overlaid today. My day looks like totally nutty, back to back with clients. So I'm not going to get a break at all. I think to try and get me through, because I'm not going to be able to boil my eggs this morning, I might have to take like a protein shake, or I've got a microwave at work, bless me. So I may have to take like a Slimming World ready meal or a protein shake or something like that, because otherwise I ain't gonna get to eat all day. This week's been a bit of a funny old week. I am still not exercising. I'm trying to move a bit more like myself where I can. This is all due to a blister. So the walking I did in Pisa, woohoo, wonderful, because I move, but then it's impacted on me for like 2 weeks after the Pisa trip, which ultimately is a bit sad. So for 2 weeks, I'm paying for a gym membership that I can't really use. I've not even felt like I can take my blister into the swimming pool, because obviously that wouldn't rub and make it worse. However, I've just been a bit cautious because I didn't want like any like gross water or anything to go in it, because the last thing I wanted was that getting infected and going disgusting. I have taken the advice of you guys, and I have been using, is it Compeed? I can't remember the bloody plaster name. They're like the little blister plasters, do you know, that you get from the pharmacy, and they've got like a gel patch on one side, like on one bit of it, and I think it's impregnated with like, I don't know, wound care of some form. I have been using those religiously since I bought them, and I'm not gonna lie, it is making it so much better. It's not half as painful, it's not as like throbby and upset, and it's just healing lovely. It started off, it was literally like an open wound. It was that deep. When you looked at the blister, because the skin had it were big as well. We're not talking like a little blister, we're talking a really big one. I'd been in the bath and the skin had come off. Like, I'd not picked it off or knocked it off, it just came off. And so it left this circle, I kid you not, God, how big? Probably about the size of a 5p piece. A big, like, that to me is huge, circle of that 5p piece was of this red, very bloody, fleshy looking wound. and then the blister like protruded to probably after that, like in a pinky like just a lighter pinky version that weren't as deep, to like a 10 pence size on the back of my ankle. Not great, not the best thing ever to happen to me. And I know I'm going on about this blister, but it has actually impacted on my life this week. I tried to walk to work the other day. I put on some really loose trainers, and I got to the bottom of the hill, and I was I had to stop and contemplate what would be best, because it hurt that much, whether to walk back up to my house and just get in the car, or whether I should just suck it up and carry on. I did suck it up and carry on. Yeah, I got to work and took my trainers off, and then rang Oliver and said, "You're going to have to pick me up from work. I can't walk back up the hill, it hurts." So, yeah, my exercise these last 2 weeks since I went to Pisa have been 0. I'm a little bit sad about that, because I do have anxieties about going to the gym. And I got to a point where, because I've been like a little bit more regular, I kind of got used to it, and I'm a bit fearful that 2 weeks off, it'll make me not want to go back. I'm thinking if I leave it till after the weekend and then I go again, obviously assess the blister, but it should really be healed by then. I am still keeping on top of the plasters. Can I just add, how do they just, like, totally worth paying the money to get my blister better, but how the bloody hell do they justify charging that amount for some blister plasters? I can't remember how much I've paid, but they are chuffing expensive, and I'm having to put a new one on every single day, because obviously you go in the bath and it gets wet, the gel swells and it's gross. So yeah, a new one every day for 2 weeks. I can't remember how many packets I've got. I think they're about £6-7 for a packet of plasters. It's bloody annoying, isn't it? But it is what it is. And to be fair, I just want to get my leg better now, because wearing them Crocs were more painful than paying £8 for plasters, I'll tell you that. So yeah, that's been my week. Food wise, I've been pretty good. Oliver's had a tendency to make like curries this week. He made mashed potatoes. Everything's just been really carby for evening meals, because Oliver's cooking and that's what he seems to do. So that's been a bit of a downside. Every morning I am still eating my free range eggs from the guy that drops them off. Actually, it's due to drop them off this Saturday again. I'm quite enjoying that. I either have scrambled egg on toast, or boiled egg, or fried egg on toast, or it just depends what mood I'm in really and how much time I've got. I quite like that as a thing. Somebody said eggs make you constipated though. Is that a thing? Like, should I be a bit concerned about the fact that I'm going to get constipated? I've been thinking about that actually, because I don't want to start getting constipated. And yes, that's it. We're talking about toilet thing. Like, how fast does my mind go from one subject to another? It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I don't really want to get constipated. So we're thinking about that. But then thought, I have been eating eggs quite regular and quite substantial amounts for quite a while now. So I'm thinking, if I'm going to get constipated, surely I would already be constipated by now. And I'm not constipated. Like, sometimes I don't poop as much as regular, but sometimes I'm a bit loose, I suppose. That's just how the cookie crumbles, isn't it? And I don't seem to be, so the eggs don't seem to be affecting me just yet. What I will say is, bloody hell, I do need to drink more water though, because I have been shocking on my water intake. I've just drank loads of tea this week. This week has been super stressful. I have had like bouts of not eating great. I have had a little bit of chocolate, but not loads. I'm not being funny, but I think my taste buds have changed. Like, I used to eat chocolate every single day without fail. I used to crave it, like, absolutely, beyond a joke, crave it. I keep saying so I do apologise, but I'm trying to do my hair, get ready, keep an eye on time and make this video. So chocolate is a bit of a thing for me. And I used to crave it like all the time. I used to have it every single day, like a little bit, and it used to be quite painful not to have it. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, have you ever heard of what food noise is? If you haven't, you should research it. I suppose I shouldn't really go into it on this video, but literally, it would just be in the back of my mind that I wanted chocolate, like, all the time. And that, I think from the year of trying to change, like, my relationship with food and what I've eaten, I don't really crave chocolate that much, which I'm quite happy about, because that isn't a nice thing to have going off. Do you know when you absolutely, uncontrollably desire chocolate? Now, don't get me wrong, I still desire it sometimes. Do you know, like when I'm on the time of the month and things, and I do think I'm in a hormonal state because my boobs hurt, oversharing here, but that's just how life is. But I don't crave like sweet stuff half as much as what I used to. However, I have got a confession of the week. On Tuesday night, I went round to my parents because my dad is going on holiday to Krakow with my daughter Lily, and they just struggled checking in and doing anything like that. So I went round. We were supposed to be looking at them doing a trip to Auschwitz and getting that booked on Get My Guide. However, that didn't come to because they couldn't even check in, and it would just, they'd like completely messed it up. So I ended up sat there changing passwords and organising my mum's chase card and, you know, just doing things that you do for your parents. So did all that and got all that sorted. My bloody mother's only bought a full box of, have you ever had the Thornton's toffee? Like proper toffee, nothing in it, just plain toffee. Well, that's not usually a thing for me. Like, I'm not saying I don't ever enjoy it and I like it, and it is nice. But usually I would just crave chocolate, you know, like proper sweet stuff. Never really craved like jellies or, you know, like, I don't know, jellies, crisps or anything like that. Or toffee, as it happens. Well, I had a piece, didn't I? Worst thing I ever did. I ended up to a point where I had to move the box away from me because all I wanted to do was eat the entire contents of this box of toffee. So I think I ended up eating about a third of the box, I would guess at, before I noticed that I was just being super, super greedy with it. So that wasn't my best moment this week. That wasn't great. But on that note, I know that I should really probably avoid or get under control that kind of eating, because I think I've been really stressed and I think I've been craving more like sweeter stuff because my taxes were due by the 31st of January. And I don't know about anybody else, but I have a tendency, even though I've got all the figures, even though I can do... Oh, have I turned these off? Bloody have, what an idiot. Even though I can do my taxes easily, even though I do them all myself, really, all I do is submit my books once I've balanced them all, and my accountant puts the figures into the internet for a self-assessment. Even though all that stuff is so easy and I can do it, and I actually enjoy figures, I do. Like, maths was never like... I don't say I'm mega strong at maths, but I'm not mega weak at maths either. And I quite enjoy balancing my books and seeing how I'm getting on and what's happening month by month and seeing patterns in figures and stuff like that. Well, lo and behold, for a change, I've left it all while last minute. And I actually only submitted my figures yesterday. They've got to be in by the 31st. Why would somebody do that? Why do I do that? So then that has been playing, but do you know, like, because I've not done them and I know that they're pending, it's been playing on my mind all month. In fact, since November, that's been playing on my mind that I've not submitted them. Because in actual fact, I could submit them in bloody April. So, yeah, I was massively annoyed at myself, but leaving myself really, like, stressed out about something that was completely and utterly unnecessary. Like, why would I leave them? Why did I leave them? Anyway, so yeah, they've all been submitted now, with 2 days to go. So I've got my taxes to pay and my accountant to pay all in 2 days, because that's what you do. No, it's not, but that's been stressing me out, and I think that's impacted maybe on my eating, because I do eat when I'm stressed, or a behaviour has been that I have eaten when I'm stressed. So I do actually need to like not be doing that. Can I just add, you should use this on your hair. It's so good. Especially if you've got blonde hair. It stops it being dry and it makes it soft and shiny. Obviously you can use it on brown hair, but especially if you've got blonde, because blonde hair's duller than brown hair. So it helps to shine it up and stops it drying out as much, which in turn stops it lugging up underneath. So I get lugs at the back of my neck. So that's why I use it. I do need some more actually from the wholesalers. And that, my friends, is as good as today's going to get, because I just haven't got time to do anything else. Oh, actually I have. I need to finish my video off, don't I? So yeah, I've been rambling. So my taxes are done. I then sat anyway and continued my taxes right up until the end of January. Well, up until today's date. So then what I can do is just do the last 2 months and submit them in April. I've instructed my accountant to nag me in April to submit those books, because I am so tired of doing it last minute and feeling stressed until they're sorted. So yeah, he's agreed to that and sent me back laughy faces and told me I apparently make him laugh, but I wasn't joking. I was being dead serious. I obviously can't do it on my own accordance, because I wanted to do that last year and I didn't. So yeah, I sat and did all my books. They're all done up to January, yesterday's date. And I'll just do the last 2 days of January. I'm going to try and do them month by month and submit them in April. If not, the very least, all I've got to do is do them like in April, last 2 months, which won't take me long really, will it, if I have to. I better put some perfume on. Can't be stinky, can we? Anyway, so God, what have you been waiting for the last 15 minutes of me rambling away? Is my weighing results, if you've logged on to this. It is, I'm sure it is week 99 for me, so that means next week is week 100. I hope I've not got that wrong and it's not week 100 this week and I've just totally overlooked it, but I'll have a look once I've uploaded and when I've actually got some time this weekend. And I got weighed this morning. I got on the weighing scales. Woohoo! I didn't avoid it, even though I've eaten bits and bobs that I shouldn't do. And yeah, I think I'm getting better at that. I think I'm trying not to avoid it and just facing them rather than putting some real strength behind like weighing. It is actually ridiculous, because you weigh what you weigh, don't you? So there's no point in hiding it and not facing it. God, look at that kale there. It's a right mess. So I got on the scales and I think I need you to, like, if you can remember this, let me know. I think last week I put a pound on and I think I weighed 17-13 because I was really happy that I wasn't back into the 18s just. So I've got on the scales this week and I've weighed in at 17.9. Which if I did weigh 17.13, if you guys can remember fast, let me know. If not, I'll watch back last week's video when I get round to it. But I think last week was I was 17.13, and this week now I've got weighed and I'm 17.9. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think I've lost £4 this week, but I'm not really sure. It might be 3. I'm not sure. But anyway, I didn't weigh 17.9 last week, and I know that because, well, I just know that. And I know that I put a pound on last week after I'd been to Pisa and I'd eaten loads. So, yeah, I deserved that pound. I had eaten loads. So, I think I weigh, like, now I know I weigh 17.9. So, that is good. I'm really happy with that. Am I feeling any better? I don't think so. You guys never get to see me, do you, really? Well, you do, because I've just done a trial haul. I'll show you quickly. Like, this is my... Let me just move my cushion. Sorry, there's stuff on the bed and stuff. If I move that, then maybe you can see, because if it's black behind, you're not going to be able to see. Is that a better look? So this is my figure. I have a huge stomach just there. My boobs are really saggy, but it is what it is. That's me from the side. It would be nice if that would disappear, but I mean, we can't have everything yet. Some of that's actually loose skin, and I don't think it's ever gonna, that podge is ever going to really go in unless I have it chopped off. This is me from behind. I've always had a big bum and big thighs. Yeah, that is my shape, which I know I'm in black, like my arms. Oh, you can't really see my arms much in this one because it's a bit looser. See if I can pull it in. Look at the spare skin there, like, so annoying. Oh, I'm going to stop because I've just lost 4 pounds, so I should probably be a little bit more positive to myself. But at least you've seen my full figure anyway, and there's a bit of documentation of that, so I just had a realisation that I don't, like, you guys see my face and my top half, but you very rarely see me full bodied. Not that I purposely do that and hide it, it's just how recording goes. So at least now you've seen my full shape. You can see it in all its glory. I've got a tight fitting jumpsuit-y kind of thing on for work today. This is such easy wear, and you know when I get bleach on it, it doesn't stain. It's only from Shein. It cost me about £5. Not saying it's the most stylish thing in the world. And you know underneath this, I've got a pair of thermal leggings, which keep me warm, which I need. Anyway, I've got to get off because I've really got such a busy day. At least I've chatted to you while multitasking and controlling my hair a little bit. So that is my week's weigh-in. I weigh 17.9 and think thin. Here's to another loss. I'm quite happy with £0.5 pound a week. I don't really care. Just as long as I can keep plodding on and getting rid of like what I'd gained. I think I've got about 1 stone and 10 to lose until I pay back all the debt from what I put on last year. So I'm still really in debt and I'm not actually losing official weight. But it is what it is. Think thin, have a lovely day. See you soon.